a quiet Sunday morning. Or at least, it started out that way. Soft sunlight spilled into the small apartment through the white curtains, casting a gentle glow across the living room floor where Sully lay on her baby mat, kicking her sock-covered feet and babbling to herself. Her tiny plush giraffe was being mercilessly chewed on, and her favorite rattle was being waved dangerously close to her own eye. But she was having the time of her life. Next to her on the floor, sprawled out like a half-dead man, was Sunghoon, shirtless, hair messy, sleeping so deeply he looked like he had fought in a war. His arm was stretched over his eyes, snoring lightly, completely unaware that his 6-month-old daughter was plotting against his scalp. Sully paused her toy chewing, blinked at her dad, then leaned forward with expert baby precision and grabbed a fistful of his hair. Sunghoon jolted awake with a half snort, half yelp. "Ow, Sully!" he groaned, squinting at the tiny baby, now grinning up at him with innocent mischief. "She's up, huh?" YN called out from the kitchen where she was flipping toast on a pan. She was in a baggy tee and bike shorts, barefoot, her hair up in a messy bun as she worked on a simple breakfast. The smell of eggs, toast, and a hint of banana filled the cozy apartment. "Yeah," Sunghoon mumbled, sitting up and rubbing his eyes. "Your dog tried to remove my scalp." Sully giggled like she knew exactly what she'd done. She grabbed one of her socks and waved it around in victory. "She gets it from you?" Sunghoon added, still half asleep, as he scooped her up and kissed her chubby cheek. A little savage. "You say that like it's a bad thing," YN teased, placing the eggs on a plate. She brought everything to the table, a simple spread, toast, scrambled eggs, bananas for Sully, and coffee for them. Then she walked over, picked up Sully from Sunghoon's lap, and carried her to her high chair. Sully clapped her hands as if she already knew it was banana time. The three of them sat down to eat, and as always, breakfast was chaos. Sunghoon dropped his toast. Sully tried to grab his coffee. YN accidentally fed herself a spoon of mashed banana instead of her own egg, and Sunghoon choked laughing. "Why is it always a war zone in the morning?" YN sighed, wiping banana from her arm. "Because we live with a tiny dictator who throws spoons," Sunghoon said, just as Sully threw her spoon. "She heard you," YN deadpanned. "I take it back, princess." As if satisfied, Sully reached into her bowl, grabbed a squishy fistful of banana, and smacked it onto her high tray like she was Gordon Ramsay. Just as Sunghoon went to clean her hands, there was a sudden knock at the door. They both froze. "Are we expecting someone?" YN asked, standing up slowly. "No, unless it's your mom with more passive-aggressive parenting books." "Shh." YN walked over and cracked open the door cautiously. "Ellie?" She blinked. Ellie stood at the door holding a huge bag of snacks and a can of soda in her mouth. "Surprise! I brought sustenance!" "And me," came Jake's voice from behind her. Ellie turned and looked at him like she forgot he was even there. "Oh yeah, I saw him walking across the street and kidnapped him. I was literally buying ramen. And now you're here. Deal with it." Wasien laughed and stepped aside. "Come in before Sully declares war again." Jake walked in and immediately went straight for Sully, scooping her up from her high chair with an over-the-top gasp. "My favorite niece, Uncle Jake is here!" Sully squealed in delight, grabbing his face with both hands and giggling. "She never reacts like that when I pick her up," Sunghoon muttered. "She knows I'm the fun one," Jake said, bouncing her on his hip. "Plus, I don't make her eat mashed broccoli." Sunghoon folded his arms. "You literally gave her a sour gummy worm last time. She cried." "She cried because she liked it too much," Jake defended. Ellie plopped down on the couch and began unpacking her snack bag like she was setting up for a movie night. "Okay, I brought chips, instant noodles, cookies, juice, and, oh, baby biscuits for Sully. Yes, I spoil her. No, I don't care." Sully clapped her hands at the mention of biscuits, like she already understood the power she held over everyone. Wai-Jen grabbed a water bottle and flopped beside Ellie. "I love how she's 6 months old and already has more fan club members than us. She's adorable and terrifying. She's perfect," Ellie said, handing Sully a soft biscuit. "Great. Now she's going to like Ellie more too," Sunghoon groaned. "She already does," Ellie winked. They spent the next hour hanging out. Jake trying to teach Sully how to high-five. It looked more like aggressive patting. Ellie stealing Sunghoon's hoodie because it's comfy and he's rich. And Sully randomly giggling at nothing like she saw ghosts and thought they were hilarious. At some point, Jake accidentally spilled juice on his pants. Ellie dropped a whole pack of chips trying to open it with one hand, and Sunghoon tried to burp Sully, but she spit up on his chest instead. I think she hates your abs, Jake said, cackling. Maybe she's just mad you're always stealing her spotlight, YN added. Sunghoon stared down at the wet patch on his chest. I bring her into this world, and this is how I'm repaid. You didn't bring her into this world, I did, YN said smugly. Sully waved her biscuit in agreement. Later, as the sun began to set and Sully fell asleep in Jake's lap, her little hand gripping the edge of his sleeve like a safety blanket, the apartment felt soft and full and real. No school, no rumors, no judgment. Just them, a mismatched little group of young parents and loyal best friends, somehow making it work. Sunghoon glanced at Wayan across the room as she leaned against the armrest, eyes sleepy, hair messy, and hoodie half-zipped. I love Sundays, he whispered. Me too, she smiled. Jake snored dramatically from the floor. I don't, Ellie whispered. I stepped on a baby biscuit barefoot. It was tragic. And yet, none of them would trade it for anything. Not even a peaceful, biscuit-free life.